In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my secret, right? The secret that nobody else is going to want to share with you guys on the internet or on YouTube or any video that you're going to see on how you can actually sell 3 policies per day, right? My secret, how I've been able to do this consistently over the past year, how you guys can do the same thing in your business, because I firmly believe that if you have the right systems in place, if you are able to have a simple duplicatable system that you are able to sell 1 to 3 policies per day consistently, that's where financial freedom comes from, right? If we've not yet met, my name is Johnny Nitafan. I actually help life insurance agents just like you scale so that you are not stuck in the rat race of entrepreneurship, right? You know what I'm talking about, where you are working hard, you're spending a bunch of money, but you're not making any money back. And so you're stuck because you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling, it's always in the back of your mind, like, dude, am I going to make money this month? Am I going to make money this week? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a sale, right? It's inconsistent over and over and over again, right? The lead vendor that you have, you're not sure if they're going to shut down this week because they've onboarded so many people, right? You have a good success and all of a sudden you double down, then you're not able to scale, right? And the reason I know this is because I've been in your position too. And so the way that you're able to sell 3 policies a day, right? I'm going to give you 3 simple things that you can do today, right after you watch this video, right? You're not going to watch anything else. You're just going to shut off this video and go and start implementing, because here's the reality. The reason why you are stuck where you're at right now, if you've been wanting to scale for a while now, or if you just have wanted to scale, the secret to success, the secret to, like, this is a kind of a bonus tip before I get into the 3, but this is the reason why you're not scaling. And this is the real secret why you're, like, how you're able to scale right now to 1 to 3 policies per day is actually taking action. Don't stay stuck in your head. Don't say, fall into the productivity, feeling like you're being productive because you're watching videos, you think you're learning, which is cool. You might be learning a lot of information, but the way that you're actually able to sell 1 to 3 policies a day is not by watching videos all day. It's not by thinking and theorizing, actually making money, but going out and doing it, right? And so the very first tip that I have for you guys so that you can sell 1 to 3 policies per day is not doing anything else before you make 1 sale. My goal, my mission was to be able to make 1 sale every single day, at least minimum, right? The goal was really 3, 1 before 10, 2 before 12, and then 3 before I ended around 5 or 6. So I could be able to do whatever else I wanted, right? Spend time with my family, so on and so forth, play basketball, go to the gym, do things that I actually enjoy doing. And so for you guys, where you're at right now, the way that you're able to scale to 1 to 3 policies per day is by just doing the work and taking action, right? Make it super seamless, make it frictionless for you guys to actually get on the phone and start dialing. There has to be a standard and a level of being consistent in terms of getting on the phones and dialing at 8 a.m. every morning. And if you're on Pacific Standard Time, Mountain Standard Time, Central, you can be dialing at 7, 6, 5. You can start those earlier times where it's Eastern and start calling those leads, right? Be TCPA compliant, but at the same time, you can start earlier, right? You can start dialing at 8. And if you're on the Pacific time, that actually buys you more time so you can get off whenever you want to get off, right? 5, 6, 7 o'clock, whatever time you want to stop working, that's when you can. So my first priority every single day was not following up with old business, not following up with different pending cases I might have, or following up with people who fell off the books, didn't make their premium so that I can get them back on the books. Was not focused on that. It was revenue generating activities, getting in front of people, the right people, and actually doing the work. Because a lot of people, what I see is a common mistake is there's a lot of friction to do the right thing, to be able to implement habits in your life. And so what you want to do is you want to eliminate all that friction and make it so easy to be able to just get on the phone and start dialing, right? Don't make these huge, crazy morning routines because you genuinely do not need that. That's not how I was starting to make sales, right? I go to the gym in the morning because it helps me wake up. It helps me tackle a win for the day, and I really enjoy it. But if you feel like it drains you, it's not, like, don't do it then, right? Go for a walk maybe, or journal, or do something that actually feeds your mind right away. And don't do it for a ton of time, but just do it enough to be able to feed your mind and feed your soul and feed your spirit. And then get on the phone and start dialing, right? You want to make the the biggest goal of the day is to be able to make a sale, right? And so you want to condense that time that it takes to actually start accomplishing that task. You want to condense it as low as possible to where it's like pretty much waking up and you're on the phone, right? And so I wake up early. I wake up at 4:45, 5 o'clock, sometimes 4:15 like this morning. And so you wake up and you want to be on the phones by like 8 minimum, right? Sometimes 7:30 if you can, but you want to squeeze that gap, right? If you're waking up at 7, being on the phone by 8 consistently so that you can start your day and start it off well. Because there's a saying, eat the frog at the beginning of the day, eat the frog. And what that means is do the hardest thing, do the thing that you know you need to do that's going to change your life and your family's life. Do that first and make sure that you do it with all the energy, right? And all the focus that you have. And so you want to do it right away because that's where you're going to be peak performance. You're going to have peak energy and you're going to have, you're just going to be fresh, right? And new. And so there's a thing to say about doing stuff right early in the morning. Do the thing that's most important early in the morning so that you can win the day, right? Because the more wins that you stack throughout the day, you are a winner and you become a winner, right? And so condense that gap of doing the work into a smaller time so that you can just get on the phone and start dialing, because that's what's going to make you sales. Not doing a morning routine, not saying affirmations, not looking in the mirror and saying, I'm going to do this. Like, it's just doing the work. You have to build evidence for yourself that you are this type of person. You have to change your internal identity that you are a closer, that you can sell, that you have made money, that you are making money, and that you can make money. And the way that you do that is by affirming that identity inside you by doing the work, right? And so the first step is condensing that time and just getting the phone and starting dialing by 8 a.m. Okay, that's the first practical. Now, the second practical that I want to share with you guys to do to be able to actually get to 1 to 3 policies per day, right? And I'm going to just lay it all out there for you. I'm not going to gatekeep anything so that you guys can actually take this information, run with it, make a ton of money. And if you guys want to scale faster, you reach out to me. The second thing is that you guys need to have an abundant amount of leads. Typically, I'm seeing 20 to 30 leads per day are going to ensure that sale is made. But if you have to get typically about 15 is going to do the trick, 15 to 30. That'll allow you to close 1 to 3 deals per day. So if you're not having consistent leads coming in, especially when you're selling telesales, if you're not having consistent leads coming in that you're self-generating, that you're getting at $3 to $5 a piece, then you're not going to win, right? The reason why you're not going to win is because you're giving that margin up. You're literally, all that spread is going to somebody else. And so I want to encourage you and I want to implore you and I want to share with you guys to make it just make it happen, right? Go out and do the thing. Just go out and do the activity and make sure that you have enough leads, because this is a lead business. You have to have tons of leads to be able to make tons of sales. And the only way to be able to do that profitably, right? I've done a lot of different things. The only way you do that profitably is by having self-generated leads that you're coming in, there's AI bots, there's being able to book on your calendar, setting appointments, following up for clients, getting the juice out of the leads so you can be consistently closing deals, right? So you have to have an abundance of leads, right? 15 to 30 leads per day, self-generated 3 to 5 leads per day. That will help you have the proper lead flow to be able to have the cash flow that you're looking for, because there's a simple equation. Lead flow plus workflow equals cash flow. So if you have the work ethic, if you're willing to do the dials, if you're willing to do the activity that's necessary to succeed, and you have the leads, right, generated for you, or you're doing it yourself, that will lead to the proper cash flow so that you can scale to whatever capacity you want, right? And I'm sure that because you're watching this video, you know I help life insurance agents scale past $20,000 per month. And that's the reality, right? You can do it yourself, or you can hire somebody, pay them for all the lessons so you get the lesson without the scar, and you're able to do it way faster, right? And so that's what I help agents do. Click the link down below if you haven't already. Book on my calendar, and we'll talk, see if it's a fit or not. So that's the second step, right? Having consistent leads coming in, right? So now you're getting on the phone by 8, you're doing the activity. Now you have the leads generated and having consistent lead flow coming in. What is the next step? How are you able to go from no policies to 1 to 3 policies per day. And the very final thing that you have to do is you have to master your presentation. You have to master your script. You have to follow one framework, one simple thing that will help you take from somebody from cold to like a cold filling out an ad to actually converting them into a commission, right? How do you have that transformation? The way that you do that and you help them buy a policy, right? Because the reality is, if they wanted to buy a policy already, they would have already. That's why you're there. Expect no. Even the highest quality leads, they could really be wanting insurance. They're really interested, but do they actually want to buy? That is why you're there. You're there to help them make a decision, and that comes by asking the right questions, getting down deeper than the surface, setting their identity, and being able to ask the questions, lead them down the road so that you can close the deals that you're looking for. Because even the best leads, you can have the best leads, the people, they are interested. They know exactly what they filled out. They're begging for this information. But then they get to the point where the close, and all of a sudden you get to think about it. I need to talk to my wife. You get all these objections. You have to learn to overcome those objections, because your goal as the sales guy, the way I was able to sell 3 policies per day for a year straight, was by helping them make a decision to help themselves. You have to learn, right? It's not selfish. It's helping them make a decision, right? It's not forcing them to do anything against their will. It's helping them help themselves make a decision. And that's how you get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, even close to millions of dollars a year to do what you do, is by doing that process over and over and over and over again. So that is my 3 secrets, right? So that you can use to be able to scale to 3 policies per day. I want to see you guys win. I want to see you succeed. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.